먼저 기조 강연부터 여러분과 함께 할 텐데요. 클라우드에서 5G까지 기술의 발전과 방송의 미래라는 주제로 오늘 다양한 이야기를 준비하고 계십니다. 미디어 기술 발전에 따른 글로벌 방송 시장 환경 변화와 미국 방송 사업자들의 미래 대응 방안을 소개해 주실 예정이기 때문에 우리에게도 도움이 될 이야기들이 많을 것 같은데요. 여러분, 스티브 뉴베리 수석부회장님을 무대로 모시겠습니다. 큰 박수로 맞아주시기 바랍니다.
Good morning. It is such an honor to be with you. This is my first visit to South Korea. And I must tell you that the hospitality has been outstanding, and the sense of community with my fellow broadcasters, be they radio or television broadcasters, is something that is felt with ease, whether in the States or here or anywhere in the world. It is such a pleasure and such an honor to be with you today, discussing the exciting evolutions that are taking place in broadcast radio and television. I would like to bring you greetings from our President and CEO at the National Association of Broadcasters, Senator Gordon Smith. Senator Smith is a former member of the United States Senate. He's been the CEO of the National Association of Broadcasters for 10 years and has the highest regard for your country and your representatives that attend our show. So greetings to him, and on behalf of the thousands of radio broadcasters and television broadcasters that we represent at the National Association of Broadcasters. I want to begin my comments today by thanking the Korea Communications Agency, the Korea Ministry of Science and ICT and RAPA, the Korea Radio Promotion Association, for this invitation to speak with you today and for the kind hospitality. The Deputy Minister's comments earlier were very much in line with what my comments are, talking about the evolving technologies and the opportunities that we as broadcasters have to take advantage of that. I appreciate this opportunity to discuss with you how America's broadcasters are seizing opportunity in this digital age, and our commitment to working with Korea's broadcasters to secure a vibrant future for the industry through our collective innovation. The National Association of Broadcasters advocates on behalf of America's free, local radio and television stations and broadcast networks in the United States. As you can imagine, times are very interesting in Washington, D.C. We have our hands quite full with a lot of issues at this point in time. But we are working hard to advance the interest of broadcasters before the U.S. government and our policymakers. The type of collaboration that we're seeing today between private enterprise and the government is exactly the type of event and type of progress that we focus on and concentrate on in the United States. Even though NAB is focused on broadcasting activities in the United States, we recognize the real importance of supporting and advancing the interest of broadcasters around the world. I'm a broadcaster. I have been a broadcaster since I was 14 years old. I love what it means to be a broadcaster, and for me to meet directly with broadcasters from your country and see how much we share in common is a tremendous honor. In the soul of every broadcaster, wherever they are located in our world, is the unrelenting commitment to always be there for our communities, be it our small communities or the global community, to inform, to educate, and to help inform our friends, our families, and our neighbors in times of crisis. In my short time here in Seoul, I have discovered that you have the same passion within your broadcast community. I'm pleased that our two countries are working together to create opportunities for evolving technology and for broadcasters to exchange ideas and to share our innovations that support our mission to better serve those collective communities. We're very grateful that South Korea has played a significant role in the success of our annual convention, the NAB show in Las Vegas. I've already met many that have attended our show. Last April, we welcomed 1,100 Korean exhibitors and attendees. They joined us in exploring more than 1,600 exhibitors that showcased our industry's leading technologies. At that show, you could see 4K Ultra HD, next generation TV, 5G, drones, virtual reality, internet protocol, advanced audio technologies, artificial intelligence, cloud technologies, and big data. Many of the same items that the Deputy Minister referenced in his opening comments today. I'm very appreciative. For the past several years, Korea has sponsored the Korean On-Air Pavilion in our Futures Park. This is a major exhibit. It highlights Korean implementation of next-generation TV, or ATSC3, and Ultra HD TV broadcasting with the participation of multiple Korean broadcast networks and equipment manufacturers. Let me pause from my script and congratulate the award recipients that we saw just a few moments ago. They are the living example of the type of great, exciting content and technology that we're encouraging worldwide to share. And congratulations to those of you that were winners. We appreciate the engagement and the presence of two of our great partners, Samsung and LG Electronics, at our show. We also value our fruitful partnership with ETRI, the Electronics and Telecommunications Research Institute. ETRI has had numerous exhibits at NAB show over the years. We have always highlighted their latest technologies and media services, which is cutting-edge work. In fact, ETRI won the NAB Technology Innovation Award in both 2009 and 2015 for broadcast transmission innovations that were demonstrated at NAB show. And very recently, one of the authors of the NAB Best Paper Award at the 2019 show was from ETRI. That is a great record of innovation, collaboration, and recognition. We've also collaborated with ETRI on important technical evolutions of ATSC3 at our test site in Cleveland, Ohio. NAB is very grateful for all that ETRI has done to move broadcast technology forward and to share those technologies with the United States and the rest of the world. Our partnerships have allowed our members and our convention attendees to experience in person technological marvels that they otherwise could not have seen. I had an opportunity to see some of your technological innovations before we joined the room today. It's marvelous and it's exciting. And when you multiply that times 1,600 exhibitors in Las Vegas, you're all invited to join us in April of this year. We would like to acknowledge the other high-quality work of other South Korean broadcasters like KBS, SBS, and MBC. And please point out that we value their boundless spirit of innovation. In the United States, innovative products from companies like Samsung and LG are important platforms for broadcasters in our country to deliver their highly valued content, their local news, their emergency information, their sports, their entertainment programming to our communities every day. We enjoy long-standing relationships with the Korea Broadcasters Association, the Korea Broadcasting Engineers and Technicians Association, the Korean Communications Commission, and the organizers of the KOBA show. We've also enjoyed working with RAPA on the Global UHD Conference since it began more than 2 years ago. We look forward to the continued strengthening of these affiliations. The partnership of our nations and our telecommunications industries is very much appreciated. We believe and feel the appreciation from our South Korea brothers and sisters, but you need to know how much is it appreciated from those of us in the United States. It's seen as an important element to the growth of broadcasting in both of our countries and to the digital and entertainment world-wide scale. As television broadcasters in the United States, we are now preparing to deploy next-generation TV. We all know ATSC-3. We look to your nation in admiration as a leader in the rollout of this technology. And we know that other regions in the world are watching as well. They're watching our country's deployment. They're watching with great interest the technology that we are deploying as they consider their possible future use of this system as well. We remember the excitement vividly surrounding your country's adoption of the next-gen TV standard in 2016 and the regular 4K broadcast the following year leading up to the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang. It featured the world's first 4K Ultra HD TV broadcast coverage. It is no surprise that the Republic of Korea is a leader in the rollout of next-generation television. In addition to introducing groundbreaking technology in conventional broadcasting, you've also been one of the world's leaders in mobile TV and a trailblazer for high-speed internet and wireless strategies. Free-to-the-air terrestrial radio is also flourishing here. For America's radio and television broadcasters, investing in innovation is critical to our future and our mission to serve our local communities. Our innovations are expanding, and we're improving with the delivery of broadcast content to local communities. New technologies are fueling broadcasters' abilities to serve viewers and listeners wherever, however, and whenever consumers choose. We all know that social media is having a tremendous impact on the broadcast technology. We have to go where consumers want our content to be, and we're embracing that, but it is a change, an opportunity that is already present. A recent Pew Research report in the United States shows that already 1 out of every 5 adults get their news via social media. 1 out of every 5 depend on social media for their news. And digital sources are currently second only to television news as the most prominent news platform. Younger adults are especially likely to tune to the internet for their news and entertainment. Now, the good news is, at the same time, our research shows that viewers still continue to turn to broadcast radio and television above all other media during emergency situations. I would imagine you would find a very similar result in your country. In addition to radio and television station broadcast, Americans also get the information they need from stations' websites, their digital apps, and their station social media pages. Our world is, at the same time, both more connected than ever before and at the same time more untethered than we've ever seen. People can access virtually anything from virtually anywhere, and there are millions of sources of information. I arrived in your country at 4:30 last evening. This morning, I was able to connect with my hometown station in rural Kentucky to learn the local news. It is amazing technology, and your country is at the forefront of enabling that technology for us to better serve our viewers and our listeners. Because of this, the role of broadcasters in the United States has become even more critical. In the United States, we present the public with facts and information they can trust. We provide information about local issues that matter to them and matter to their families. And we keep our communities safe and informed during times of emergency. We are broadcasters. We do what broadcasters in every country in this world do. We serve our communities. Throughout the media and entertainment marketplace, we see the incredible power of the convergence between broadcasting and broadband. And this is opening doors to extend their reach and better serve their communities, a theme of your conference. We share those same opportunities and the same excitement for those opportunities. American broadcasters are eager to deploy next-gen television, the world's first broadcast standard that seamlessly combines the advantages of both broadcast and broadband. Through next-gen television, broadcasters are able to deliver the benefits of 4K ultra-high-definition video quality, theater-like sound, interactive applications, and mobile reception. U.S. broadcasters are excited about this technology. It will enable us to deliver a more interactive and immersive experience for watching sports and other programming. And your pioneering work has led the way for our country to serve our viewers and listeners with this great product. NextGen TV, as you well know, also connects viewers to a lifeline. It's a lifeline that can warn them of an impending storm, alert them to other emergencies, and target them with public warnings that are both interactive and mobile. We're very pleased to see the global development of NextGen TV, continuing with South Korea launching its UHD Emergency Alert Service that is based on the ATSC-3 technology. U.S. broadcasters have committed to developing and deploying next-gen television. 61 stations that will cover 70% of the U.S. population will be deployed by the end of 2020, and further deployments will follow in subsequent years. Broadcasters in the United States have been experimenting with broadcast using the ATSC-3 standard. Last year, in North Carolina, the National Association of Broadcasters partnered with one of our member companies, Capital Broadcasting's WRAL-TV. There, we presented the Winter Olympic Games using next-gen television on an experimental broadcast channel in rural North Carolina. We're also collaborating with the Consumer Technology Association. That organization represents the consumer electronics industry. And Nexstar station, WJW, is collaborating with us to create and operate a living laboratory next-gen TV test station in Cleveland, Ohio. And like at WRAL, we successfully aired the 2018 Winter Olympic Games in HDTV, Ultra HDTV in Cleveland, Ohio. Last month, Pearl Television, which is spearheading our efforts in Phoenix, Arizona, and that market's ATSC-3 model, announced that it would be working with Avis Budget. We're now testing in-vehicle television reception. This comes all following the successful automotive forum that was held in Detroit earlier this year. A key supporter of that event was LG Electronics. We thank your nation's companies and your researchers for contributing so greatly to the development of the next-gen television standard. ETRI, LG, and Samsung have all been strong contributors and collaborators in this process. We're pleased that in 2017, our U.S. government granted permission for our broadcasters to begin to use the next-gen television standard on a voluntary basis. As broadcasters in the United States move to unleash their next generation of free broadcast television service, we're working with our government to ensure as much flexibility as possible to allow stations to provide the very best service for their viewers. Mr. Minister, thank you for the collaboration that you set as an example for us to use and how private enterprise and government can collaborate on new technologies. In the U.S., there is an emphasis on increasing the capacity of wireless broadband service and the development of 5G internet service. We strongly believe broadcasting has a key role in 5G, and the convergence of broadband and broadcast is a strong component of advanced television services. That's why next-gen television is based on an internet protocol backbone. This system supports seamless blending of internet and traditional television content. You know that, we know that, we are sharing that message with the world that it becomes the standard that we can all adopt and thrive in the future. Because of the flexibility of next-generation television, broadcasters can continue to evolve over time, continually providing better services to viewers. The flexibility of next-gen television cannot be overstated. It can be specifically tailored to the preferences of different regions' broadcasters, while maintaining the economies of scale that are achieved by a global marketplace. We realize next-gen television is a global phenomenon, and again, we commend you for your leadership in the adoption of the ATSC3 standard. We value our continued working relationship to mutually promote and test next-gen TV. At last year's NAB show, NAB, the Advanced Warning and Response Network Alliance, and RAPA pledged to work collaboratively as next-gen TV development using the ATSC3 standard with a particular emphasis on emergency alerting efforts is being deployed. And we were happy to host a presentation of the latest results of this work, of your work in Korea, just 3 weeks ago at our show in New York City. On behalf of America's broadcasters, we welcome future commitments and opportunities to harmonize our two countries' usage of NextTV's advanced capabilities in emergency alerting. There are a lot of exciting developments in television technology. There are also exciting developments in the radio industry as we continue to roll out innovations to better serve our listeners. There are 270 million people in the United States that listen to the radio each week. That's 93% of our population. Radio continues to be the dominant choice for audio entertainment. And many stations are expanding the reach of their content to differentiate and to embrace platforms such as podcasting and apps. We continue to work with automakers on a global basis and internet service providers from around the globe to develop the next generation of radio that combines broadcasting with internet connectivity to create new and engaging user experience. And we invite your participation and collaboration with those efforts. We've been working with automotive manufacturers like Ford, General Motors, Honda, Toyota on various software development projects for radio and the connected car. This is an exciting time for broadcasters. It's an exciting time for new technologies. And it's a wonderful time for the consumer. Innovations such as these are giving us the ability to improve the delivery of our great content to our listeners and our viewers. Technology is a wonderful thing. Ultimately, it allows the consumer to get the content they want and experience what they never dreamed of being able to experience in a very small, personal, private environment. Broadcasters and media professionals are also exploring artificial intelligence. That technology will assist them in additional content creation and distribution and develop a more productive and efficient post-production world. For example, artificial intelligence can compose sports highlights reels or short newscasts very quickly. It can sort raw videos or still images through image recognition. And it can perform statistical analysis such as data during a sporting event at very high speeds, all customized to the consumer. Broadcasters are exploring the use of virtual reality and 3D views in sports coverage to give the viewer every angle of the game. You're aware of this. Major broadcasters around the world, including the BBC, Fox, and Telemundo, streamed the 2018 FIFA World Cup matches. They did this in VR, and they did it for free. And NBC streamed more than 50 hours of VR Olympic content last year. As consumers find new ways to access broadcast content, our task as broadcasters is to keep up with the innovations that improve their viewing and their listening experiences. collectively, between our two countries, we're rising to that challenge. The development of ATSC3 and the integration of emerging platforms is causing great excitement in the broadcast world. I want to thank you again for the invitation to speak with you today. I am proud to be a broadcaster. I'm proud to be someone that delivers content to large audiences to keep them informed and entertained. And I'm very proud to be a part of an industry that is embracing outstanding technologies, exciting technologies, technologies that enable consumers to enjoy our content in ways they could have only dreamt of years ago. I'm very appreciative of the dialogue we have with your country. While I met many of your representatives this morning for the first time, there's an ease, there's a collaboration, there's a friendship between our two countries that's very, very tangible. It's very real, and we appreciate that. I would like to invite each of you, as I said earlier, to join us at any opportunity in the United States. We have our show in April that is in Las Vegas. We have a show in New York that occurs in October. And we're in Washington, D.C., and you're always invited to join us and visit with your friends at the National Association of Broadcasting. It has been my honor, it has been my pleasure to represent the American broadcast industry today at such a wonderful event. I'm impressed, I'm appreciative, and I look forward to continuing to learn from your great technology while I'm here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We need another big round of applause for the great speech. 다시 한번 여러분 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. Thank you so much for your warm-hearted invitation at the very end of your speech, and also thank you so much for sharing with us very important current situation information of the current situation in this field with the high quality of technology. Thank you very much once again. 발달하고 있는 기술 혁신과 함께 변화하고 있는 이 세상의 미디어 산업 부분의 정보를 함께 나눠주셨습니다. 다시 한번 멋진 기조연설 함께 해주신 전미방송협회 스티브 뉴베리 전략기획 및 산업부분 수석부회장님께 진심으로 감사 인사드리겠습니다.